everyone, welcome back to the Raven Oracle with Monique. It's so lovely having you here as always. We are going to get stuck right in and start with your reading for April the 28th going into May 4th or 3rd, I think it is, or 4th, can't remember, Sunday that week. Okay, can you believe it's May already? It is just crazy. All right, so let's get going. And yeah, guys, let's just see what Spirit has. There's been a lot happening globally, and I'm sure, you know, your lives have reflected that and you felt some energies that haven't been great. But just remember what I said in my reading last week as well is it's very important to focus on you. And you, what you want to do with your life, where you want to go with your life, the goals, plans, and ambitions that you have that are yours as an individual, that you, and the magic that you want to create in your life, the path that you want to take, you have to focus on yourself, and you have to stop allowing that external energy, that environment, people around you, trying to distract you, trying to pull you off course, because you have a very specific purpose on this planet. And when you fulfill your purpose, when you use your gifts and talents to carry out your purpose, you are going to start changing the world. So you are a catalyst for change in the world, for good and for light and for harmony and love. This is what we are all trying to create as individuals. So let's have a look and see what Spirit has for you for this week specifically. So I'm going to do things a little differently than I have been doing. I'm going to draw 3 cards for you. I'll put them up here on the screen next to me as we go. The first card is just your current energy. The second card is going to be, it's going to be like the card, I'm going to put it like at the top of the other 2. So that is what you need to focus on. That is even your outcome card or the potential card. And then the last card is just like a final word or like a tweak or something that you need to think about as you go into this week. All right, so let's start with your current energy. So what I've got for you is the 10 of Wands. 10s are always fantastic cards to have. It always indicates the end of a journey. A journey is coming to an end. It is a cycle is ending. So, and the 10 of cards typically, you know, it's that character in the Rider-Waite. He's carrying all the wands on his back, and he looks a little bit burdened, but he's got his eyes down at his feet, and he hasn't, it's almost like he is not looking up to see the future, to see what's coming. He's got all these responsibilities that are weighing down on him, and he can't see a new start yet because he's exhausted. You know, before that is the 9 of Wands, where he's standing, you know, it's the wounded, the exhausted warrior, you know, the person who's gone through battles and he's got a bandage around his head and he's looking exhausted. And that could be where you are at the moment. You're feeling that burden, you're feeling that heaviness, that heavy energy. But it is very, very important that as one cycle is ending, that you see the potential for something new to come into your life, that you are staying open. Wands are always talking about your life purpose, and maybe that's why I gave you that message before we got started. It is vital that you focus on your life path, your Dharma, okay? And you discover, if you haven't yet, you discover what you want to pursue, what you want to achieve in your life. Yes, we do have life responsibilities. If we've got people in our lives who we are responsible for, it is important as well that you take care of them, you look after them, but not to the detriment of your own journey. You know, when you start putting other people before yourself, you are going to exhaust yourself. Okay, so we've come from that 9, exhaustion, and we're into the 10, feeling burdened, and it's just that, you know, that energy that some of you could be feeling right now, where, you know, you don't necessarily want to start looking at something new. But remember that life is always a cycle. You know, you go through cycles. You finish something, you begin something new. You finish something, you begin something new. And that is just the way life is. But yes, it is important that you also take time to rest and rejuvenate. So it's time to put those wands down now. Okay, you've achieved so much. And this card is lovely. What I like about this is the energy in the card, the light in the card, that bear that's standing behind him is just that, you know, the universe has your back. Your angel spirits and guides have your back. They are watching over you. They're protecting you. All right, but it is time to look at what you've achieved with this 10. Take all the good things that you've accomplished for yourself and go into the future with a newness, with a rejuvenation, but you've got to let go of what you've already done in order to start that new cycle. Okay, so some of you are struggling a little bit with that heaviness, that burden. All right, so let's have a look at it's kind of like the card that's at the top of a pyramid, the one that you need to be focusing on, the one that needs to be the energy that needs to be your focus. And I've got the 5 of Cups here for you. Fives are always about you being at a crossroads. It's about you at that point where you need to make a decision about something. And there's a reason why I said with this card that you need to let go of, you need to put down the burdens that are making you feel heavy and fatigued and tired. You need to let go of that energy. And this is the same kind of thing in this card. You see the 3 of Cups that have fallen over, lying on the ground. There are things in your life that are no longer fulfilling you. They're not giving you the satisfaction anymore that they used to give you. But you are focused only on that. Remember what I said with the Rider-Waite character? He's looking down. He's carrying those wands on his back. He's looking down, and he hasn't yet lifted his head to see the potential of something new beginning. So your focus for this week is to look at those things that have gone, those things that you have achieved, but to stop focusing on them. Okay, stop allowing the old, the things that have gone already. And that could mean whatever that means to you, a relationship, a situation where you've been in a particular situation before, and it used to satisfy you emotionally. Remember, Cups are talking about your emotions. So they used to satisfy you, but now it's like it doesn't have the same effect. It's not giving you the same drive. Okay, it's not giving you that emotional hit. And making you feel happy and excited anymore. And you can see the water pouring out of these cups. So that is something that you need to let go. You need to let it flow away from you. And then you need to focus on the 2 new cups that are waiting for you, that are full and brimming with potential and brimming with growth. All right. But the choice for you to make that decision, the decision that you need to make to stop focusing on what is past and turn around and turn your focus on the new full cups. That is your decision to make. And I urge you to make that decision, because it's going to lead to that newness, the start of something new, that fulfillment that you are looking for, that the old things are no longer giving you. So this is the focus. So I'm going to put it at the top of the pyramid. Okay, so the next card is just tying things together, another element, another side that you need to look at and apply to this current situation. All right, so let's have a look and see what it is. 5 of Wands. You've got another 5. And remember, 10s, 2 5s. So there's a lot of focus on, at the moment, what I'm getting is that you guys are like at this crossroads. You're at this crossroads at the moment. You've got decisions to make. Isn't this artwork just beautiful? So here we have another Wands card. And I think it's decision time for you. I think it is time for you to make a choice that is going to take you down even a brand new path. Okay, that is going to bring you this emotional fulfillment, these 2 cups. I mean, look at these butterflies that are coming out of the cups that are on the rainbow. So rainbow is always talking about hope, new promise, new potential. Butterflies are always speaking about transformation, freedom. Okay, freedom of going into life feeling free and unburdened and light. Butterflies are frivolous, they're all over the place and they flutter, flutter, flutter. There's nothing weighing them down, which is what the 10 of Wands is about. So now the 5 of Wands, again, you're at this crossroads. You are trying to decide, you're trying to make a decision. What am I going to do? So You could be facing a little bit of conflict energy, okay? You're feeling like this little inside of you that is making you feel uneasy. But that is why I said this is your focus card. It is time for decision making. It is time for you to make choices that are going to unburden you and that is going to lead to the transformation and the freedom. It is time to set things aside that are weighing you down mentally, spiritually, emotionally, even physically. You know, what is it that is weighing you down in life at the moment? It is time to let that go. It is time for you to stop focusing on those things. And it's time for you to make a decision. I love this. The artwork in this card is just, it's fire. Wands do represent the element of fire. And in this card, you can see, you know, look at that volcano behind her, okay? The fire at her feet, the fire energy that's coming up within. So there's definitely something that is coming for you that is going to bring wonderful joy, rejuvenation. Because I see in this card, can you see? It's almost like she's in repose, she's asleep, and while she's in repose and resting and rejuvenating, remember the 10, I said you need to find time for that rest, for that rejuvenation at the end of a cycle in your life. She is rejuvenating. And when she awakens, what follows on from the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, which is all about victory and accolades and rewards and celebration and joy and being recognized and being, you know, it's very much a being on the center stage and people seeing you and recognizing you. And that is the kind of energy that you want. You want to be filled again with this energy. And this card is promising that that energy is inside you. All right, but it's a 5. So again, you must make a decision. You must make some choices in your life. So if I have to look at the 3 cards, so they're here, it should be here next to you. Okay. So you've got the 10 of Wands, that the thing that you have to let go of, things that you have to let go of, you have to unburden yourself with. It does require you, 5 of Cups, to make a decision to allow those things to flow away from you, okay, and turn around, okay, you can see the figure, turn around and take hold of those 2 cups that are brimming with potential and promise and new life and blessings, okay, because that is your birthright as a spiritual, mighty spark of the universe, okay, God on earth, okay, that is who you are, that is how powerful you are, okay, and be filled with this wonderful fire energy of the 5 of Wands, restoration, rejuvenation, refilling, infilling, okay, because there's a lot of fire energy coming out here. It's ready to explode, it's ready to come out, but it is still in that, it's still in that pause stage, it's in that waiting stage. Like 5s are also kind of like got a little bit of pause energy, you know, just before you start advancing and you start heading off into a brand new environment, things that are coming to you, people that are coming to you, opportunities that are coming for you. But this fire is inside you, all right? So let go, okay, and let flow. Let that fire build, because it is going to, like a volcano, it's just going to explode out of you. And things are going to take off. And really, I love the way that the Wands as well, and the 5 of Wands are floating around this person. Okay, so it's like almost like all that potential waiting to take flight, okay, waiting for things to transform and change for you. But the choice is yours. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm going to draw a Mystical Wisdom card for you from the Mystical Wisdom deck. Okay, Spirit, just one more word. New begin. Okay, guys, you can't make this stuff up, all right? So when Spirit wants to get a message through to you, it wants to get a message through to you. All right, so new beginnings. Begin your new life. Definitely an ending, okay? But in order to begin a new life, you have to let go. Okay, remember, this is your focus card. You have to let go of what is no longer working for you. You've got to turn around and you've got to take hold of those 2 cups, because transformation, new beginnings, new potential, promise is waiting for you. This is confirmation. Okay, new beginnings. Take hold of it. All right, final message from the psychic reading deck, just to complete this reading. So yeah, again, this requires you to only focus on you. All right, you have to focus on you. You have to focus on your desires and dreams. You have to remove things from your life that are keeping you from change, keeping you from making that decision to let go of the old, take hold of the new, and you will see yourself transform. You will see your life transform. Because that fire is building inside you. It's you know, like volcanoes only explode when the pressure, okay, it's building, 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 and then there's just energy, and there's release, and there is power, and there is light, and there is, like, you get the metaphor. Okay, so final word, nature. So guys, yeah, I think it's definitely time to connect. What I love about this new beginnings card as well as the phoenix, you can see this bird of fire. All right, but here we have nature. So this person, as I said, they look like they're in a bit of repose. You know, they're in that place. They think something new is about to be birthed and explode out of them. And perhaps this whole rejuvenation thing that I've been talking about, okay, finding rest and rejuvenation after a cycle has ended, is very important for you, because it gives you time to also reassess and decide what to let go of, and to get clarity as well about when, because timing is important, when you need to take hold of this new opportunity, okay, that is going to lead to transformation and enormous growth for you. All right, and so make time for meditation, make time for self-care. Very, very important. I'm getting from spirit. Make sure that after that 10 of wands, when you've put down your burden, it is important that you take time for resting, but don't stay there for too long. Okay, make the decision, decide what you want. After you rest, go for it, because this fire is inside you and it's about to just get very hot and exciting. Okay, all right guys, I'm going to leave it there for this week. I hope that reading was you enjoyed it so much. My goal is to guide you. My goal is to give you, help you look at things from a different perspective. So if this really resonated for you, smash that subscribe button, follow me, you know, comment, like, share my video. I'd so appreciate it. And I will see you at your next weekly reading.